Hello, guys, and today we have with us Mr. Yash, a senior consultant at Mercedes-Benz. Okay, so Mr. Yash, welcome to our channel, and would you tell us something about yourself?
Yeah, thanks Sonia for inviting me. And it is a pleasure to be on your channel and just share my experiences and my learnings, which I've learned over the years. So yeah, I think you rightly mentioned currently I'm working with Mercedes-Benz as a senior consultant. And before this, I was working with IBM for around 3 years. So when I was in IBM, I was, working as a pure web developer, wherein I was creating application on Android platform and iOS platform. And now my role is slightly shifted from the developer, so I'm now more of a senior consultant. I consult teams and I also develop the application on the side. So yeah, I think that's my profile.
All right. So could you please brief us about the company you're currently working with?
Correct. Yeah. So I think recently only I joined Mercedes-Benz around 3 months ago, and I was also having a couple of offers from various organization, various service-based organizations. But I was, keen to join Mercedes because it has a long history with mine. So that's why I joined Mercedes. And if we talk about the company, it is more of a product based company. We basically work on the inbuilt application, which is basically the internal application which Mercedes uses. So I'm part of one of the team wherein we are just developing and maintaining application which is basically client facing.
Okay, that's really good to hear it. And like skills are really very important. So could you mention some of the skills which are needed for your job profile?
Correct. Yeah. So I think that totally depends on your profile to profile. That totally depends on your role which you're going for. So I have my background with the front end development, right? So the key skills which I was working on was the all front end skills like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, and some of the front end frameworks like Angular and React. So my profile was was designed in such a way that I'll be also developing the application and I will be also doing the consulting work. So my interview and the skill which I was interviewed upon were all the front end skills and all the front end frameworks. So that I can just have the development background also, and I can also doing the consult team and just help the fellow colleagues with the front end development. So those are the skills on which I was interviewed upon.
All right. So you could you please tell us about the roles and the responsibilities which you should focus on being the job profile of yours?
Correct. Yeah. So I think the profile senior consultant is kind of a bridge between two teams, right? So many people have that understanding, like senior consultant only gather requirements, but that is not the case. Senior consultant have many roles that he can play upon. He can also consult teams. He can gather requirements. He can deep down into the products. He can also play as a bridge between two teams. Either could be designing team, either could be development team, either with the BAs. So it is kind of overall profile which I'm currently working in. And if you have that keen knowledge to know about any product, to deep down and gain insight about how the product works, how the delivery works, how the end user will be using that product. So I think that kind of mindset if you have, then you can surely go with it, this profile which is senior consultant. So that's the whole the role which I'm playing right now.
Okay. So during a recruitment period of yours, how is the question and answer process handled at your company during your interview?
Yeah, so I think that is also totally based upon your role and the profile which you're going for. So mine were, if I talk about Mercedes, mine were around 3 rounds. The first round was purely technical, wherein the technical lead took my interview. There were, like a thorough 1 hour of discussion on various front-end topics and, the project which I was building on. And after that, the second round, for which it is directly with the project manager, and he just told me about the product and what would be my role and how I will be contributing to the team. and the third one was and the final one was the delivery manager or the delivery head of the company. And it was also, it was more of a, management technical 50-50% of a interview. And here there I think he asked me more about my profile and what I've contributed in the past, what about my goals, strength, weakness, mixed HR kind of around. So those are the three rounds which I have faced with Mercedes. But I think it totally depends on your profile, right? If you are going for a more development role, then your rounds might differ, right? You will be having more technical rounds, and if you're going for more management round, then there will be more HR rounds, right? So it totally depends on a profile and what is the role you're going for.
Okay. So as you've already mentioned the skills, would you please elaborate on some of the resources or the platforms which we can use to enhance those skills?
Correct. Yeah. So I think I was also having my background with IT. I have done my BTech in information technology. So through the college period also, I was just I was involved in coding. I was involved in data structures, algorithm, and the resources which I was using through that time until now is the various platform which everyone knows, like Geeks for Geeks, Lead Code, Code Chef, and all of that, right? So those are the resources which I follow right now also, because in coding there is always learning. You can't be just perfect, right? You'll be having your learnings every day.
All right. So moving at the end, would you like to give us some of the suggestions or the advice to the people who wants to apply to your job role?
Correct. Yeah. So I think for my particular job profile, as I've mentioned, you have to have that, kind of a deep knowledge of a product, or if you have a keen interest in knowing a product, and you want to know how the product works, how the delivery works, and how one can contribute to, enhance the customer experience, then that should be your mindset to, go for my profile. But overall, the tips which I give on LinkedIn also, and which I give through many podcasts and many seminars and webinars which I conduct, is basically work on yourself.
Okay. So moving at the end, what has been your experience overall working with this company and experience as in whole about your journey? Would you like to share about that?
Correct. Yeah. So I think, as I've mentioned, I've associated with this company from past 3 months, and my 3 month journey was, pretty happening. The team is very coordinative. I mean, cooperative. The German colleagues which I work with from Mercedes are also very cooperative, and the whole culture which I see in a product-based company is very, 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 very good.
Okay, so thank you so much for joining in with us today, and it was amazing having you out here. And thank you for your time, Mr. Yash. We wish you a
Same
very
here.
best Mati.
Yeah, same here. Thank you for inviting me. Have a good day. Bye.